On the come up, better sit low. The product base, but it drip though. Pocket fat when the chips low. Alex O, crypto, fit the party like a disco. Fan base like my wallet, yo. Stay true to the digital. Alex O, crypto. Alex O, crypto. Alex O, crypto. Alex O, crypto. What you know about juice? Making the moves, data flow casual, breaking the news. Revenue proof, a building portfolios taking well over exceptional gains. I'm trapping this game, so participation ain't a hard knock. I put in the work so you got knowledge. You ain't drawing with luck when you following us. The result is a pan full of fat pockets. Bada bang, that's an outer game with an auto flame with a lot of hate. Get above the lane, ain't about the trade. Have another trader, get another play. They playing God so pretentious. Grapes in these waters forbidden. Well indeed, that's a felony. Don't look at me for the TRB. On the come up, better sit low. The product base, but it drip though. Pocket fat when the chips low. Alex O, crypto, fit the party like a disco. Fan base like my wallet, yo. Stay true to the digital. Alex O, crypto. On the come up, better sit low. The product base, but it drip though. Pocket fat when the chips low. Alex O, crypto, fit the party like a disco. Fan base like my wallet, yo. Stay true to the digital. Alex O, crypto. Alex O, crypto. Alex O, crypto. Alex O, crypto. Alex O, crypto.
Oh, man. I'm in my Sunday best, baby. Let's go. What's going on, guys? Good to see y'all. We be repping the old Allen Iverson jersey today. I don't know. I grew up an Iverson fan. What can you say? Vince Carter, Allen Iverson. We out here. It's hot. It's like 38 degrees in Canada, okay? It's Canada. And it's hot, man. It's hot. Like, we like our igloos. We like our, it's like ice cream weather, you know? You know, it's hot. It's hot. Yeah, I got the golf tan. You can see one hand is darker than the other because I wear a Michael Jackson glove when I play golf. Can you see? You can see the difference? Oh, man. Oh, man. Yeah, it's a hot one. It's a hot one. Mrs. Otter is hiding it underneath the air conditioning vents. And, yeah. Bro, AI was my dude. I used to watch him when he played in Georgetown. Yeah, man. I always wore number 3 when I played basketball. Yeah, it was, that was the one. That was the one. Good to see the Piper Academy's in here. If you guys aren't following Piper Academy, I don't know. They're friends of the channel. Go and check them out. Army Piper, Tradefly, OC Guy, Chart Prime Masters. Definitely family of this channel. Love you guys. Thank you guys for dropping by. It's going to be a boy, as we all know. The news has come out. Pretty wild and exciting times lie ahead. And thank you guys for all the nice, comments and reaching out and saying all those nice things. It's more of a chilled stream today. So I just want to go over some charts. Bitcoin has clearly had a pump, so we can go over all that. I guess we'll do a dad joke today. Might as well. We got to keep practicing. Less than 2 months. Sheesh. She's week 32. Week 32. Baby can come any second. So what's good? Darren does things. Good to see you, bro. Good to see you. How does a polar bear Oh, we did that one. Builds his house. Igloos it together. Igloos it together. We did that one on. If you missed it, igloos it together. This one's good. Where does Bruce Wayne brush his teeth? In the bat room. In the bat room. That's all right. That's all right. All right. Well, let's crack on. So there's been some news. So we got why am I over on this side? Did I move myself? I did not. What? I got to go. Oh yeah, cuz we were talking about. There we go. That's a bit better. We got the pump of the ear. Pump of the ear. Ear. Oh man, I hope Mr. Trump's okay. God bless him and his family. No one ever deserves that kind of treatment, no matter what side of the coin you're on. It doesn't matter. Nobody needs that ish in their life. Okay, you don't want to wish poorly on anyone. It's actually quite appalling to see some people and how they've reacted to this news. Who cares? He's still a human being. I don't think he even needs to run for president, and he's doing it anyway. So, I mean, I hope he's all right. Okay. I hope he's all right. We're streaming now because we want to watch the England game later on. England and Spain. Go England. I'm a quarter British, so I guess I got to cheer for England. Everybody is a quarter British when England is going to the cup final, you know? Everybody's a quarter Spanish now. Everybody's anyways, go England. My wife's full British. Like as palmy as they come, that's the wife to be. So I got to cheer on the UK. So so we'll have to starting to think you might be Crusaders twin with that beard. Oh no. That's okay. I mean, Crusader's a good human too. I mean, handsome devil as we all know. So, we're getting some hopium. Now, what were we saying? We were saying pump it up to 60K and drop it on everyone's heads, okay? And that, I don't think we're out of the woods yet, okay? And we'll check all your favorite altcoins and everything like that. We've had some good pumps around the world, especially if we go over to, make America great again. Almost doubled. Okay. Pretty wild. So, kind of want to just get an idea of where we're at, where we can go. What does the chart really say to us? We're still in this kind of channel here. And to me, it's a retest of the value area low, right? So if we're looking at this, we can see we've had a nice retest, right? Everybody's getting a little bit bullish right now, getting a little bit of hopium, fear and greed. I think Mark put it perfectly. He tends to put my screaming face on everything now, which is okay. Got it over here. And pull it over here. Fear and greed's at 33, which is up from like mid-20s, right? You guys can thank Mark for just it's like he has a sticker book back in the 90s and he's just slapping my face on all the stop signs and stuff, which I appreciate, you know. I appreciate you, Mr. Mark Dutch, for definitely spreading the love of the screamy face. So thanks, bro. So coming up to here. Now what's interesting now is that if we pull this volume profile back a little bit, we can see that we have two real good spikes of support now. So that's pretty cool. That we have put in this 57 157 area. And we do have some key levels of support and resistance that have been respected throughout the range, right? So for me right now, I'm going to go through and I'm going to mark out my key levels of support and resistance into relation with where we're trading at right now. So as you can see, we have come up We've hit some key areas. I'm going to get rid of some things. I'm going to add some things. I'm going to move some things around just so we're prepared as price moves up, if it does continue up, that we have some key levels. Now, I always want to align these levels with key levels of support and resistance. So as you can see here, we're looking for a reaction on price, and where we can see that price has actually stopped and started throughout this uptrend, matching up with key levels that I feel as though, so this one clearly has been moved from this volume node over here. I guess my head's in the way. I can shrink. Okay, there we go. So you can see over here, this one here, we've moved up because of the closes of the candles here. Same with this one here. We could move this one up a little bit here, up to 64,000. It looks like it would be a better area. So I'm going to move this one up a little bit here to 64,000. Just a smidge it below 64,000. Okay, so we're going to go 63,900. Okay, and we're going to go through and just update our chart of where our support and resistance lines are. I use these clearly for take profits, key levels of interest. Okay, so this one's going to move up. You can see we got a volume node here with candle closes here that are more relevant to the price action here. And we're definitely going to add these to our charts, making sure that we're prepared as traders. I'll remove this one here. Okay, now we don't have much in between here, so let's add one in here. So I can see candle closes here. Where does volume? Volume picks up here as well. A little bit higher would be more ideal. So let's go here. Let's add this one to the charts as well. I'm just going to go through and update this, right? I want to be as prepared as possible, having key levels of support and resistance, aligning really with where I'm looking for price to have a reaction, right? And with these like horizontal lines, it's not going to be my my like, oh, buy there, sell here. It's just going to be a reference in the sense of where I can take profits, where I can add key levels, and make sure that we're prepared, okay? Alexandra G, what's going on? I didn't even say hi to the full gang here. I apologize. It's Sunday. Let's end that poll. Good job, Mr. Trump. I'm glad you're all right. We got Retro Mike Tech in here. We got Wick's wife. Good to see you. Tradefly. Good to see you. Curtis Neal, how's it going? Good to see you guys as well. French Toaster, hope you're doing well. We got Curtis Neal, Darren Does Things, Nick Musgrave, Army Piper, Sominator, Oceanus, Magnum D5. Good to see you guys here. If you're new here, just say hello. Andy Lee, good to see you as well. Hope you guys are having a wonderful weekend. Where we can all, touch some grass and hang out and relax and, watch the news as it is pretty interesting to say the least lately. So we have our key levels now, right? Now, you know me, I always share these levels in our Discord. So, and as I update them, so you guys know that I've updated them now. So I will pop them up here. I will zoom out here. I will expand it, and then I will share them so that you guys can take the levels in the Discord here, okay? And I will save that, and I'll share that with the Discord just so that you guys are prepared alongside with me, okay? I'm doing that now. Levels BTC at here. Okay, so we've done that. Now let's go back to where we are now. And we've had a nice push, right? We've had a nice push. What have you guys been up to this weekend? Have you guys I had steaks last night. That was delicious. Barbecued up some steaks. Had a couple friends over, went to the driving range. It was really nice. So been been living as well. Okay, been living. It's been good. If you guys want, you can throw some altcoins in there if you're looking for anything. Finish the garden eventually. Nice, Darren. Nice, bro. You guys want me to look at any altcoins? Just chuck them in the chat. We'll be glad to look at them. And we'll just continue to mosey on. I don't like this. Okay, so breakout, retest, continuation. Big downtrend here. So if we're looking at this really, even if we throw like a regression trend on this thing, we can see that we're clearly breaking out of the regression trend here and pushing onwards and upwards. Now we do note that we are coming up to key level of resistance, right? And we are within this range down here. So we have really pushed up to that value area high. We're trying to flip it, right? Flip in continuation along this uptrend here. And I do want to say, you know, I would be cautious here. Now, why you want to be cautious, right? And that's because, you know, this has been pretty much up only ever since Thursday evening. Okay, so, and if you really want to say up only, you know, since we've had this retest around Sunday of, you know, the 8th, Sunday into Monday, we've clearly moved on upwards here. So this is a pretty big move, considering that we have been so aggressively downwards. Okay, now I just want to take a look here. Since this was here, let's go on the daily, sorry. This here was how many days? So we had nine days there. And we've had, come on, you can work. Yeah, so we're 9 days here. So cautious, right? Cautiously optimistic is a good place for us to be as traders, right? Because if we are looking at this is a nice little bear flag, right? This is a bear flag, and this is a bear flag. If it looks like a bear flag, it's probably a bear flag. So naturally, if we get rid of everything, we'll add this to our trend lines here. We can see that we're simply in another bear flag, right? This one's a little bit more steep, which is nice to see. Continuing to push in and make those higher highs, but we are literally coming in. I mean, we can go from June over, but if we want to just capture the volume within this trading range, you can see that we are literally coming up to the lower part of resistance above us, right? Which is the macro resistance of the range, right? So if we look at this, we can see, yeah, we're right there, right? Look at the volume in front of us compared to where we're trading right now, right? So this is why we be cautious, and we look for possible shorts right now. This is okay. Yeah, we've bottomed, but this to me still can do something very simple like this, right? Before getting that spring and continuation out, right? So cautious right now. This to me is a level where we want to go short, but we also want to have confluence, right? Yes, we know that we are in a big rejection zone here, so we can put a box here. Be like, okay, this is, as we can see, a big sell zone. Let's identify another buy zone on Bitcoin, because we have two below us here, but we're just going to go from swing low to swing high here. I don't go from the bottom of the down move here, so if you're wondering where I'm pulling my fibs from, okay, it's not from the bottom here. It's from this bottom here, because this is the bottom of the start of the run. So you go lower low. That's the end of this move down. Then this is the start of this move up, okay? And then, so I'll be pulling my fibs from here. And you can pull like mini fibs along the way from here to here, from here to here, and you can target it that way. But I want to have a more longer term fib for this area, which should bring me somewhere around here. Okay, so we go fib, swing low, you swing high, and look at that. That's eyeball. That's eyeball. Because when you've done fibs long enough, it's just there, right? So this is going to be a general buy zone. Now let's throw some chart prime order blocks on. Let's see if it lines up. And you can see we have a very loud order block down below here, and then we have a loud order block up in here. So that's confluence, right? So we have confluence within our range here that we can be looking for possible bounces and longs. Okay, so we add that level here. We zoom out a little bit here to add to bring these up, keep our charts clean and neat as usual. I always like to have the boxes in line. And with these boxes, we're definitely look for things to bounce off of. There's space for 3 more alts, says Nick Musgrave. So if you guys do want me to look at your altcoins, now's your chance to get them in. Or we can go over like some Ethereum or Solana, which is no problem. Which is cool. Cool with me. So if we're looking at this range, we're at the value area high. We're outside of the value area high, which suggests either we get rejected up top here, right? And then work our way back down to the point of control, which absolutely is in line with our order block, our golden pocket, and our Fibonacci golden pocket. So this would be numero uno, where I am looking for confluence for a bounce, okay? And that's how I like to stack up these levels and definitely bring you guys as much information as possible when it comes to how I'm getting these levels, where I'm looking for. This would be an SFP, which would be continuation to the downside, and this would be a very big SFP of the entire range, right? But by doing this, we set ourselves up for success, right? And that's what we want to generally look for. So I'll be sharing this with the Discord as well, right? So I always share these things in our Discord. If you're new here and you haven't aren't part of the Discord, I mean, that's where all the information is constantly. You know, I trade every morning from 6 a.m. to about noon, and I'm talking through my trades and my ideas throughout the morning, trying to give you guys as much information as possible. So right now, stalling out up top, I'm looking generally for a short, right? If I want to pull the data of this range, I can. Right, so I can isolate a naked point of control within this range. This can be a more specific target, right? So I can go here. I can put a horizontal here, NPOC, previous range, right? So I can look for a swing failure pattern up at this area as well. So this is just kind of like how I would look for either a rejection, right? So we come up in, we reject, we bearish divert, and we come back down to retest this area, and we blast off, right? Or we reclaim this naked point of control and we stay above this sell wall, and then we bounce out, right? So it's going to be significant in the sense of getting either acceptance up above 60,000 or a very swift rejection, suggesting coming back down to the middle of the range within this area here. So we've got multiple options. We're going to definitely see what happens with the Sunday close. Now we're going to go over some long-term things. So we can identify this as a key level 2, as just where we can look for possible like swing failure patterns to the upside to really give us, you know, that edge. But right now, looks as though we're flagging out consolidation sideways here, and that's positive too, because that suggests continuation, and maybe we get that one whoop, and off we go, right? Little inverted head and shoulders. Break up to the upside, right? And you can see you can see these inverted head and shoulders on the flags if you really want to call them that, right? And this is just a bull flag, right? This is just a bull flag that played up to the upside. You take your measure move, blah, blah, blah. You can do it that way. However you want to do it, it works, right? So we look for this to continue until proven otherwise, okay? Thank you so much, Nick Musgrave, for pinning up those altcoins, man. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you. So we're prepared for Bitcoin. Let's take a look at the weekly. So these rectangles, I'm going to put in our areas. We'll hide our price labels here. And we'll put... oh, sorry. I just got to label this here. Previous range. Okay. So I have that, and we'll hide this, okay? Always trying to stay organized here. It's always important. If you don't know what you're looking at when you come back the next day, right? And you got to stay as organized as possible, I think, in my opinion. It's not easy, but it's worth it in the long run, right? Seymour Liddy, can you take a look at XRP for your boy? Yeah, bro. Yeah. We got a list. But we'll look at XRP first, man. So weekly candle, market cipher, top-down analysis. What are we looking at here? So some hopium, like we were saying before, with the VWAP pushing to the upside, and a nice recovery on our weekly candle. Now this isn't no Sally candle. This is a 7% candle to the upside. Not really fully. If we look at this on the weekly, it's kind of interesting. We just, by the skin of our teeth, just missed touching this top here, which is actually quite cool. Because we always talk about when we're like pushing out, right? And then we get like the big push, right? We always talk about revisiting previous highs, right? So we come back, we revisit, then we continue, right? We always talk about that. And it's basically done it on a very big time frame, right? Where we have pushed up aggressively, right? And then we've come back to retest that high, and then we could be pushing out, right? Now this isn't for me to give you guys hopium. This is for me, like, this is a shorting area in my opinion. So let's not forget that. But going into the Sunday close, we look for continuation, right? Let's see what really happens. And just by looking at this, you can clearly see that we have that clear level of resistance for us to get above. Now looking at market cipher, what do we see here is that we can see a nice curvature to the upside on our weekly and our VWAP. Okay, so the VWAP is looking quite nice right now. And this is looking to cup, get a green dot, and push to the upside. Now, this may take to the end of this week to really start showing signs of a green dot if we continue to push up, okay? If we continue to push up. But it's a beautiful weekly candle pushing back up to the upside here, reclaiming that 60,000. As we know, we do have that resistance in front of us, okay? Going over to our 3-day. So we were looking for confirmations after we got the daily confirmed green dot on our higher term time frames. So we're still anticipating one on our 4-day and our 5-day, okay? But VWAP has come to the 0 line, which is typically, when we get a VWAP crossover, is typically very bullish, okay? Especially with oversold momentum waves, okay? Money seems to be ramping back up, so we want to see this flatten out and then start to push, okay? Going into our 3-day, we can see that we do have the confirmed green dot and the VWAP crossover, pushing up with these 3 white soldier candle pattern, okay? So this is a very bullish candle pattern, pushing price up, right? So this tells us we're looking for some sort of continuation long term, okay? You don't typically get 3 green, or in this case purple, bright purple candles for continuation. You can see it here, right? There's a good example. 3 beautiful candles, consolidation, continuation, right? You can see it over here. Any type of 1, 2, 3s, 1, 2, 3s, right? Consolidation, continuation, 1, 2, 3, consolidation, right? So it doesn't work all the time, but it is a very bullish signal for continuation to the upside, which is nice to see. Okay. Flipping through our 2-day and our daily, what's really going to make a difference, in my opinion, is the money flow here. So we want to see not only the money flow get back above and turn green, but we want to see that nice kind of continuation here. We have very nice deep anchor waves on the oversold side. So for me, we want to see these, really start to cross over and start trading above the 0 line, and that oscillation above the 0 line suggests an uptrend, right? On the daily, we're very well aware by now that we have the bullish divergence, right? That has played out, coming back up to key level of resistance and challenging the higher levels above us, okay? For me, though, you always ask, right, where's maximum pain? Maximum pain, in my opinion, is to get everybody wishful and then dump it on our heads then to continue out, creating, almost like a nice inverse head and shoulders if we want to look at it that way. So if we come up, we get rejected, and we come back down, that would be our right shoulder here. And that would suggest a pretty nice, bounce back up to that 67,000, which I do believe is like the very big barrier for us to get above. When looking at volume, you can see our point of control coming in right around 66,800. Okay, so something else to be very aware of. Crypto Billy in the house. Andy Lee. All these great people in here. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Hope you're having a wonderful weekend. Thought I'd just come on here and have some fun. It's a Sunday stream. Just prepare for the week ahead of us, okay? And some general ideas. Going into our 12-hour, we can see we've had a nice push up. Money starts to come back in, right? So we were like very disgusted with how money flow was coming out right here. And now we can see we have some actual nice continuation here. Proof in the pudding, as I would like to say. Where, yes, we are getting a bit overextended, but we can look for something like this for momentum waves going forward, where we have maybe a little correction before heading back up, retesting, that point of control that we targeted from before, as you can see here, right? And if we're pulling that, we're looking at right here. So we're coming back down to revisit that and then bounce and continue. Okay, so that's one of the trade ideas. But right now, I'm in no trade, probably just going to enjoy my Sunday with Mrs. Otter before we get really into trading come Monday morning, okay? Let's go into our 8-hour continuation. Beautiful money flow crossover, looking good. Overextended, VWAP cooling off, which would be good if we got a bounce off the zero line, okay? So keep our eyes on the prize here. We're looking for something where we get something similar to this, where we come down and we continue, right? So very possible. We'll have to wait and see. But this looks, like we said, this looks very, very bear flaggy. So we don't want to get overexcited, on this thing playing out to the upside. We want to be cautiously optimistic in the sense that, okay, if we do break out, we look for that retest and solid 12-hour close. And then eventually to take out these highs. These highs over here at 63,800 are going to be the doozy, right? This is going to really signify a change in structure where we can look for that lower high and that continuation out, right? But right now there's a lot of work, in my opinion, to get above here. So this to me seems more probable. Did you buy 5K worth of Arbitrum and Injective or 5K tokens of each yesterday? I bought $5,000 of Injective and $5,000 of in Arbitrum yesterday. Yeah. Canadian. I can show you the receipts if you want. No worries, bro. Long-term hold into the bull run. I still believe the bull run's on, and you buy in when there's fear, man. That's how we roll. I still got some dry powder if we go lower, though. That's the thing. Is like I still have some on the side, So obviously do your own research. I just like to make sure that you guys know what I'm doing, right? Transparency and honesty is something that I've always preached here, and you'll always get that from me. Okay? So, looking at this, 4-hour, not looking so great. Okay, VWAP coming down. Money is nice. Nice trickle up, but remember, this is on the ear news, right? Like this was the ear pump, as we will call it from now on, because, we don't want to get canceled. So the ear pump has happened. But this does look a little bit overextended in my opinion. No real significant bearish divergence. Just momentum coming up right now. So what are we looking for? If we get a swing failure pattern like this, that would be, and a continuation down like this, that would be quite a good rejection to be looking for as well. Looking here at the 2-hour, yeah. So money's extremely green right now. This has been a nice move. So consolidation, a swing failure, and then down, that would be beautiful as well. Looking for that. So something to keep on on your mind right now, this is no trade where we're at right now. R.S. Miller says, hello there. Congrats on the boy. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's going to be a baby boy, man. We're super excited. And this is one of the many reasons we love you, Alex. So honest and transparent, not to mention your authenticity oozes through the screen. Thank you. Andy Lee, thank you so much. God bless you. I appreciate it. I didn't start this thing to like soak people for shills and money, and yeah, I can't stand that shit. That's wrong. You gotta have a good conscience at the end of the day, and always try to bring people along for the ride, because this is a crazy industry to try to navigate, especially if you're new, and we definitely don't want to see people getting hurt, right? A lot of people lose a lot of their savings and their wealth, and it's sad, right? It's sad. So we want to be a voice of courage and a voice of optimism, right? And then, to have some good laughs along the way. I think that's important too. You got to have fun because trading is stressful. Okay, so that's pretty much it for Bitcoin. We're going to get into your altcoins. But yeah, right now we have our key levels. We have our key areas. We have support and resistance that we are watching right now. So if we come back down, we also have our NPOC of the previous range where we are looking for a possible swing failure. Okay, we have a downwards trend line coming in. We can get into analysis paralysis all we want. Right now, if we hold this upwards trend line, we could be looking for a bounce. However, my idea remains that we are probably coming back down to this area within here where we can definitely look for a bounce. So maybe I create a group of drawings, and I'll put the price labels in here for now so it's organized as well. And that's kind of what I'm looking for, okay? And I'll share this in the Discord as per usual. We're going to jump into your altcoins. The dance parties are amazing here. Yeah. You got to dance. You got to dance. Got to dance. Got to be free, right? If I was to go on a trade right now, if I was to trade this right now, I can see exhaustion at the top. Where's VWAP? Yeah. Yeah, I'd be looking for a short. I'd be shorting this thing right now. Wrong one. I'd be shorting this thing right now back down to previous highs. That's where I'd be looking for. But, the risk to reward right now is quite ugly. So that would be the idea in something like this. You can see exhaustion. Where's volume at? Volume coming in to push price up here, then getting really rejected aggressively here. So you can see sellers coming in. Sellers coming in. Even the push up here, sellers coming in, pushing price down. So there's people willing to go short here, which tells me that it's going to take quite an aggressive push out. So I'd be looking for something like this where we come back down here and then we try to maybe break out come Monday. Can you twerk? Says Mark Touch. My God. I got the twerk. No, I don't. I ain't got that. I ain't got that. Okay. You go to work? Or are you twerking? You guys are all going to work daily. Okay? Even French Toaster says he goes to work daily. Mark Dutch's seagulls on his roof twerk, okay? Oh man, you guys are incredible. You guys are incredible. Let's go over to take a look at XRP, ICP, and then the altcoin list, okay? XRP for Seymour Litty. What do you say about this? My God, XRP to the moon. Massive moon shot here. Coming up to our key level of resistance. Our sell wall from before. Okay, so XRP coming into our old sell wall, right? As you can see here, and then our old buy wall. And we were treating this really like a sandwich. As it came down here, you can see perfect level of support and resistance, and really pushed up. So looking at XRP right now, the daily looks bullish. You can see the money is coming into the markets here. A lot of people, trying to capitalize on this. I would look for a retest, right? So the retest, in my opinion, trying to isolate price here. I would guess somewhere within here. So we're going to pull a fib from the start of this move here. Let's go to here, up to the top. Look at that. So this is our bounce level, in my opinion. So if we're looking for this to bounce, I would be looking here, which also matches up with the key level of support. Okay, so doesn't mean this thing can't fire off, but we know there's a big level of resistance up here. So this would be kind of the idea here for the long, if we're going to add to it. If we're going to add to, I think Seymour Liddy's in a nice position right now, so he's probably looking for this to run up. For targets to the upside, let's zoom out a little bit. Yeah, so I said 65 cents is really like, now we can start talking XRP again. But you can see here, you've come up perfectly to retest your resistance of this previous range, right at 57 cents. So 57 cents is going to be your barrier to entry to higher prices. And that's just how I would treat it going forward. So you're looking for a possible bounce and continuation. But right now, big barrier, right? This is your big barrier. Big barrier. Is that how you spell barrier? I think so. I don't know. Alex spell not good. Okay? I spell not good. So I'm going to tag you at Seymour. And I'll share that with you there on the... You guys, you girls are mad. Just clogs? Are you guys wearing just clogs and just clogs and twerking? Oh my God. Oh man. You guys are dangerous. Let's go over to ICP. ICP in the place to be. Where's my ICP chart? Is it not in here? Oh, there it is. Okay. Ooh, ICP got beaten up pretty good, eh? Pretty Gouda cheese. So yeah, you're retesting previous resistance. You've put in some clear support. So I mean, ICP had its day. Beautiful push up with the AI idea. Let's zoom into where we're at right now. 4-hour market cipher. Overextended, right? Overextended. So I'd simply do this, okay? I would track this for continuation. This is my new, like, I guess you'd say trend line, but momentum to the upside. I'd be very well aware of what's going on in here so that you can find out, oh, look, this is my key level for a bounce. Naked point of control, or this point of control within here, right? So even if I pull this all the way across now, where's our volume being traded, right? So this is our bounce level that we are looking to hold, okay? So with ICP, 826 is going to be that key area for a bounce. I would mark that out, okay? And then I'd also mark out the range lows, right? So the range lows are going to come in up here. So I'm going to adjust this a bit higher here. And you can be looking down there as well. So you got 3 levels here. You want to see it hold here, which it doesn't look like it's going to do so. Okay, so I would be looking at these 2 levels if you're looking too long. If you're looking for a short, you're looking for a little bit of a retest here and then back down. Okay? I'm going to be right back. I got a call right now. 1 second. I'll play some music. Here, I'll play music. I know. Aren't you prepared, Alex? So it's... I'll be right back.
On the come up, better sit low. The product base, but it drip though. Pocket fat when the chips low. Alexo, crypto, fit the party like a disco. Fan base like my wallet, yo. Stay true to the digital. Alexo, crypto. Alexo, crypto. Alexo, crypto. Alexo, crypto. What you know about juice? Making them moves that'll flow casual, breaking the news. Revenue proof of building portfolios, taking well over exceptional pain. I'm trapping this, so participation ain't a hard knock. I put in the work so you got knowledge. You ain't drawing with luck when you following us. The result is a pen full of fat pockets. Bada bang, that's an outer gang with an auto flame. With a lot of hate, get above the lane, ain't about the trade. Have another trade, get another play. They playing God so pretentious. Drapes in these waters forbidden. Well indeed, that's a felony. Don't look at me for the TRB. On the come up, better sit low. The product base, but it drip though. Pocket fat when the chips low. Alexo, crypto, fit the party like a disco. Fan base like my wallet, yo. Stay true to the digital. Alexo, crypto. On the come up, better sit low. The product base, but it drip though. Pocket fat when the chips low. Alexo, crypto, fit the party like a disco. Fan base like my wallet, yo. Stay true to the digital. Alexo, crypto. Alexo, crypto. Alexo, crypto. Alexo, crypto. Alexo, crypto.
Oh, that was quick, wasn't it? I ran. I'm going to lock the shop, catch up at home. Much love, gang. Intermission. It's like when the teacher leaves the room and the class starts throwing things. Yeah. Oh my God. You guys are all got the airplanes out and everything. Hey, I can see you. You. Mark, get off the table. Mark, why are you drawing penises on the chalkboard? Mark. Oh, Alexander G is going to get me singing, "Bring me a higher low." I run so far. Oh, man. So let's jump into your altcoins, my friends. He's throwing the clogs around. You guys are great. Let's go into Jasmy. Oh, man. You guys are best community, man. The best. The best. Simply the best. Jonathan Schaefer in the chat. Let's see some naughty nots in the chat for not Jonathan Schaefer. What's going on, brother? Hope you're doing well, man. Random Sunday stream trying to get you guys the alpha as per usual. So Jasmy, this looks bullish as ever. Okay, so a nice ascending triangle. Nice money flow coming in. Okay, so this looks nice. Very nice. Okay, looks like it wants to continue up. Nice little fair value gap above us here. So we had our buy level on Jasmy. That's great. We can see we do have this, key level of resistance above us here. So that's going to be the first order of business, right? Is to break out from there and continue upwards. The ascending triangle, as we see here. We want to go from lows all the way around. So looking for the coiling up and continuation to the to the upside. Pardon my miscommunication. However, like we said with Bitcoin right now, Bitcoin is at a very much a rejection area, right? That's 60,000. So could we expect down before we get that move, right? Very, very important to not get overzealous at an area such as this, where if we're treating this like a range, this is an area where we want to short. Okay, so same kind of deal here where we want to be very cautious. Going into our 1 hour, what can we see here? Yeah, nice consolidation within this range here. Let's pull our volume across, take a look. And we can see that we have found support here on the way up. But for me right now, coming back down to this lower trend line would be more ideal. Okay, so if we're pulling a fib from the low here to the high here, we've really hit that golden pocket already, right? You can see that's been hit and we've bounced. So either you break out from here or you come back down to the bottom of the range, right? So we'll mark out the bottom of the range here. We'll make it green and we'll look for a potential bounce from here. Okay, that would be the ideal trade situation. Or you're looking for the continuation out, right? So you have this as your number one. We are looking for that continuation out where you're protecting yourself below those lows. Or you're looking for this one where you're coming back down to this area here, right? And you're protecting yourself below those highs, right? And you're looking to come back down to this area here, right? And that would be your ideal trade setup, in my opinion, for Jasmy. Okay, so just wanting to really be trading it like a range until proven otherwise, unless you get that breakout continuation, which would be a retest after the breakout is done. Okay, so this would be you would need that confirmation. So you have one where you're coming up and you're going down, right? You have the other one where you're breaking back out, or you have the one where you break out, you retest, and then you continue outwards. Okay, so something like that, but a nice move upwards, right? A nice ascending channel for Jasmy. So I'll share this as well on Jasmy so that people are ready as well. Okay. What's going on, Rokinos? Hope you're doing well. Maybe a Band-Aid. What's going on? What's going on? Jonathan Schaefer in the chat. My man. My man. Hope you're doing well, bro. You didn't get sick, did you? We talked yesterday. You better not be sick. Let's go over and take a look at... You guys making me look at Bitcoin Cash? Jeez, you guys must be desperate. All is well. Good. Good, good, good. Bitcoin Cash revisiting bear market highs, okay? Yeah. Resistance, support. Let's zoom in. Okay, really trying to hold this support level up here. Continuation out. Nice little push, right? Let's pull volume. So you can see the resistance, right? Very, very obvious resistance. Okay. Support, but I wouldn't say it's key level of support. You are following this trend line, so it could be the potential long right now. My opinion is pretty risky. My opinion. I wouldn't be looking for this. I'm not going to share that. I would look for this. Okay, let's go into the 1 hour. Let's pull swing low to swing high here. Start of the move. Remember, start of the move. Previous highs. Yeah. Yeah. I don't like that fib either. Sheesh. Let's go to this low here. That's better in my opinion. Yeah. Because what I would look for is a retest of these highs. So you go to these highs here. You're looking for this thing to swing fail down within these areas and retest this order block down below here, right? So you can see if we look at this and we see where was the most chop and most traded was trying to get out from these highs, right? So you can see these highs here, 1, 2, 3, 4, right, have acted as resistance. Then it pushed out, it came back, it held, right? Creating a big order block within here. So if we want to flip that on, there's your order blocks, right? You can see there's one down here. So if we do return, I think it would return to here. Okay, Bitcoin Cash. Let's see if it does so. Okay, and I'd be bringing this up a little bit more, a little bit tighter here. We're gonna look for continuation if we are to lose this. If not, you bounce from where we are right now, and all is good. But for me, you can see a clear break in structure to the downside. Okay, so you can see higher highs all the way up here, right? All the way up to here, and then you put in a low here, and you've broken that low. So we're looking for this, then that continuation out, right? That's kind of what I would be looking for, especially after you can see a little bit of a sign of weakness after this rolling over and breaking structure to the downside. So careful with Bitcoin Cash. We'll see how it works out. What's going on, Clay the Great? Good to see you. Good to see you. I feel like YouTube has really suppressed my channel lately. I don't know if I'm correct in saying that, but yeah, it's the views, the numbers have been down. That's all I got to say. Which is pretty wild. Maybe it's because of Canada, #Canada, you know. They do have some weird censorship stuff going on lately that we need to be aware of, but you know. So if you guys always I know you guys always share it out, so I appreciate that too for your support. Let's go over to Ethereum. Whew. ETH, man. The 18th, are we let's do a little poll here. ETH, ETF. You guys think the ETF's coming on the 18th? Andy Lee, yeah, we go live at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Time for some clickbaits. We don't mind them. See, I can't bring myself to clickbait, man. I'm not part of the clickbait mafia. Don't blame YouTube. It's always something you did. I love you, Alex Ho Crypto. Retro Mike Tech says his channel too. Yeah, see? It's not just me. Yeah, interesting. Interesting enough, right? And then you can see like some people's channels get all the attention in the world, right? So it's, you know, it's almost like YouTube is a friggin' lottery, right? It's like, okay, we'll pump you, then we'll pump you, but nah, you, not you, not Canada. Oh, no. So Ethereum, that $2,800 area, massive support, right? ETH ETF equals never. Mwah, says Jonathan Schaefer. YY Ondo, please. Yeah, we can look at Ondo after. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to make Bitcoin go into 0. YouTube rewards consistency. Well, we've been consistent every single day, so that's all right. We'll keep showing up. That's all right. Ethereum, beautiful, holding support. You know, we haven't seen much downside on Ethereum. We were saying, you know, 2,700, 2,800, it's probably a good buy. Just like that 120 zone on Solana, very similar, right? So that 120 zone on Solana here. And we're waiting for Solana's breakout, right? So if we go over to ETH, what can we see here? I see a really big trend line here that could possibly come into play. It's not very clean. I don't know if I like this. Let's see what a regression trend line looks like on this. So let's go from top to bottom. That's a little bit nicer, okay? That's a little bit nicer. So maybe we just take the top of this regression trend line from here and we come straight down, and we'll follow it so that we can extend it. And look for this to, even if we pull the regression trend line from here, let's see what happens. Okay, it's a little bit more steep. Okay, let's keep it here. On you want to keep your trend lines, consistent within. Are you going from the wicks? Are you going from candle bodies? What time frame are you using? Right. And that's going to really help keep your accuracy up with trend lines. So a revisit of previous highs. Let's go back to our 12-hour, zoom out a little bit. Let's get some volume. Let's take a look here. Okay, so we can see that ETH is on definitely some key level of support, trying to hold and get above it. We can also see that there is some key level of resistance that we're coming into, okay? What we want to see with Ethereum is for it to find support. Okay, so this has been a nice move up, but nonetheless, everything else is kind of pushed up as well. So right now, a little bit of patience will prevail, and letting it cool off. Okay, if we're going to revisit an area on Ethereum, the key level, in my opinion, would be back down. Yeah, so somewhere within here. This is where we look for that liquidity grab, that order block within the range that we would look for. Yeah. So we can look for that swing failure up at the key level of resistance. But for me, I would look for a rejection from here. Looks like a bearish divergence. That's continuation here. 1 hour. Yeah, still a continuation. So returning back down to the middle of this range here. And then continuing onwards and upwards. Okay, we know we have big resistance above us. I'm going to mark that out as well. I always try to sandwich the price, right? You want to have an area of where you can look for price to either get rejected from or continue through. And then if it pushes through a key area such as that sell wall, right? So if we come up and we push through here, that's when we can look for a flip and then a continuation trade. So key levels here, just isolating price. I would most likely look for it to come back down to this area here, that psychological almost, $3,000 level where we're looking for a potential bounce and continuation upwards, right? Protecting ourselves below the lows and targeting really back all the way up to the middle of this range here. Okay. And that's what I'd be looking for on ETH. I'm surprised at that censorship. Yeah, maybe it's in PMB's defense, I completely understand them wanting to block certain words. Their local crowds join the chat for song requests sometimes, and the chat is scrolling on the TV live. Yeah. Yeah. It could be the fact that I do like music on Fridays and they don't like that. Like, maybe I have to do like copyright free music on Fridays or something. They could be, they got the technology to see what everybody else is posting. Oh my God, it's a hurricane outside. Oh my God. Amy? Amy? Look outside. Oh my God. I'm surprised I have internet right now. Holy smokes. Holy smokes, Batman. It's like a monsoon out there. Holy smokes. You see that? Wow. It's pissing out there. The trees like, those things that like auto malls? Holy smokes. Okay. Well, if we go down, then prayers. I just got the stream's bitrate. Yeah, I just got an update. Yeah. It's slowly affecting the stream, but we'll crack on. What else do we have to look at here? Ondo, okay. I don't know who wanted Tremp. I don't think I've ever heard of Tremp. Oh my god. Okay, people, Trump. Come on, guys. It's a Donald Trump coin. Okay, that's a gamble. That's a gamble. Let's go over to Ondo. Oh man, Ondo. We were crushing Ondo, looking for the bounce on Ondo. Okay, so Ondo, psychological dollar level is going to be the key level to get above. Okay, that's just very much common sense, but also like, okay, this is going to be the hard one, right? The hard one for us to flip to support and push upwards. Once that has occurred, then we're looking at, $1.10, yada yada yada, right? So Ondo right now is in a bull flag looking for continuation. Hurricane. Pff. They call you guys are horrible, man. You guys are talking about wind and blowing. You guys oh man. I don't have any answers for it. I just love you guys and behave. I mean, I like to participate in the misbehavior. So Ondo's very choppy right now. It's not looking as though it's a very ideal asset to trade, right? When we're moving like this, okay, but when we are chopping sideways and not having very distinguishable moves, right? Something I just don't participate in, right? So looking at this right now, you can see very strong consolidation sideways here. A little wick to the top. Let's pull a fib from swing low to swing high. Yeah, so we're generally speaking, we're looking for revisitation of this area in here. And with volume like this, it's very, when it's chunky, I like to call it chunky volume, where you got a chunk, you don't have spikes, right? You don't have spikes pointing out. When it's chunky, you definitely want to be well aware of chop, okay? This is a little spike here. So you could be looking for this area down below here for a swing fail. But it's not very distinguishable, right? So you're not going to really base a lot of your TA on that area. So that area there, lining up with key level of support, right? We have a little order block below. So if you are looking to long this thing, I would definitely be looking to protect yourselves. Less leverage, more of a swing trade here, where you're looking to protect yourself below 91 cents, and then really target back up to, the top of that 110 that we were talking about from before. And that's how I'd be looking to trade Ondo for now. Okay, so a little bit of patience on Ondo will prevail, but yeah, chop city in the middle. So be very cautious with that. Now I know there was a couple of other requests before I go. I saw Andy. What was the one you wanted me to take a look at? I can definitely look at that. And if anybody else wanted me to look at something, I can do that for you as well. Vet, no problem. If there's anything else you guys want me to take a look at, just chuck it in the chat, and I will get to it. So Vet, amazing breakout here. We were looking for the breakout getting above these areas, right? So you can see here, it definitely got that breakout. Definitely got out and onwards. So anything like this, once a breakout like this occurs, on something like this, Andy, I always like an EMA. Okay, so a 9, my EMAs are as such. So I got a 9, a 55, and a 21. And then the 200 moving average. Okay, so the 200 moving average, once you're above the 200 moving average, let's say on maybe 4-hour time frame. Let's keep it simple. So 4-hour time frame right here, that's your 200 moving in. So now that you're above it, right, you're in an uptrend, right? Clearly you're an uptrend from where you started here, but this is more of like a confirmation. So now you're looking for the EMAs to hold you as support. Well, you can see your 21 on your 4-hour has acted as very good support, right? So when in a very aggressive uptrend, this is when I use EMAs, because you can see it acts as support. The 9 is very, very much for scalping, for quick trading. A 21 here would act more as your like midterm trading, and then your 55 is kind of your confluence on the uptrend. So if you do get very overextended, that standard deviation at 55 is going to act as a very key level of support. And you can see it in reverse order when you're looking at a downtrend. So you can see here in your downtrend, whenever you get between the 21 and the 55, you're looking for possible shorts, right? All the way through. And then if you're in an uptrend, the very similar thing here is you're looking for it to return back down to that 55 on your 4-hour as well. So anytime you came below it was a potential good buy situation, right? Where you're looking for that continuation. You cross below it, rejected off to 200 here, right? Rejected off to 200 again. Coming up to the 200, resistance, flip the 200. Then you look at this as a parabolic uprise, right? So definitely add the EMAs to this chart. And then note that we do have some key levels of support and resistance for you as well for VET to hold. And those levels being over there on the right. But right now you've pushed above one of them. So 3.05 cents. So let's call that 3 cents. And then this one down here around 2.8. Okay. That one above though, this one right here is going to be the major one for VET to get above. And that's at 33.3 cents. You can see it acted as a very crucial level of support before losing it and heading back down. Okay. So keep your eye on the prize, looking strong, but don't just chase price. Okay. Chasing price will get you wrecked. Look for it to cool off, come back down to that, 55 or that 21, and then continue up, depending on your time frame. Okay. Oops, I'm behind for some reason. I saw LTC. Okay, let's look at Litecoin. Yeah, nice pickup then. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That's awesome. That's awesome. RMT and the LTC. Are we going? I don't even know when that Litecoin summit was. Did I miss it, RMT? Probably. I should be more in the know. Litecoin above $80 is what we're looking for, right? So Litecoin, Litecoin right now is coming up to key level of resistance. Okay, very choppy within this area here, aggressive downtrend. So Litecoin, what do I like to do? You guys know it's a nice little downwards trend line. We're looking for that to break and for the continuation upwards. We can see it's our value area, low area here. So we're looking for this to bounce. Getting into our shorter term time frames here. So we've kind of isolated price to where we think we can find some good levels of support and resistance. Clearly, if we mark out right here, this has been resistance throughout our chart in the past. You can see all the way through. So we have some work to do on Litecoin, which is okay. A nice push back up. Okay, suggesting that there's people still involved in Litecoin, which is pretty cool to say the least. One of the OGs. Yeah, and a big order block down below. So right now, look for this area around $67 to hold. And if we bounce, this would be the area that I'd be looking for. Otherwise, we lose the lows and then we come back down to the order block down below here, right? And that's where we look to revisit for the liquidity and the bounce. Okay, so Litecoin getting to move up like a lot of things right now. So the proof is in the pudding. Let's see if it can continue. Money flows back in the green. Things are trying to escape from their bear market lows or bear market highs, might I say. So nice move, but it's got some work to do. Major resistance is definitely going to be around 73 cents or $73. Okay. $73. Going back over to Bitcoin, failing to get above. Okay. So at the beginning of the stream, what did we say? The idea would be to short from here. Not that I'm trading this, but definitely looking like exhaustion. Looks like exhaustion, smells like exhaustion. At least revisiting the fair value gap down here, right around 58,700, okay? Before trying to bounce, okay? It's been a good one. I thought we would definitely come on and, give you guys some info on where we were. Trying to always help, right? So thank you. Thank you. We will be on a regular stuff come Monday, giving you guys the ideas in the Discord. I'll let you guys know when I enter and all that good stuff. If there's any requests for TA, don't hesitate to ever ask. I would love to try and help, okay? Thank you guys for supporting me and helping me support you, and I'll continue to show up just as you guys show up for me. So thank you, God bless, and have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your Sunday, all right? Take care.
On the come up, better sit low. The product base, but it drip though. Pocket fat when the chips low. Alexo, crypto, fit the party like a disco. Fan base like my wallet, yo. Stay true to the digital. Alexo, crypto. Alexo, crypto. Alexo, crypto. Alexo, crypto. What you know about juice? Making them moves, that'll flow casual, breaking the news. Revenue proof, a building portfolios, taking well over exceptional pain. I'm trapping this game, so participation ain't a hard knock. I put in the work so you got knowledge. You ain't drawing with luck when you following us. The result is a pan full of fat pockets. Bada bang, that's an utter game with an auto flame. With a lot of hate, get above the lane, ain't about the trade. Have another trade, get another play. They playing God so pretentious. Grapes in these waters forbidden. Well indeed, that's a felony. Don't look at me, but it's TRB. You heard of TRB? I don't know. On the come up, better sit low. The product base, but it drip though. Pocket fat when the chips low. Alexo, crypto, fit the party like a disco. Fan base like my wallet, yo. Stay true to the digital. Alexo, crypto. On the come up, better sit low. The product base, but it drip though. Pocket fat when the chips low. Alexo, crypto, fit the party like a disco. Fan base like my wallet, yo. Stay true to the digital. Alexo, crypto. Alexo, crypto. Alexo, crypto. Alexo, crypto. Alexo, crypto. On the come up, better sit low. The product base, but it drip though. Pocket fat when the chips low. Alexo, crypto, fit the party like a disco. Fan base like my wallet, yo. Stay true to the digital. Alexo, crypto.